Yo, what's going on, guys? So we are going to be reacting to Malice at the Palace, the Untold story that is on Netflix. The reason why I'm reacting to this is because I was watching the Joe Budden doc, and while I was watching the podcast, and while I was watching one of the podcast new episodes, they were talking about this. So I'm gonna go over this, and then after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go over that clip on the Joe Budden podcast. I'll link the videos together so you guys can have reference for what I'm talking to. I'll reference the videos in each, so let me know what you guys think. This first off, I want to say, like, I'm a wishy-washy NBA fan. Like, my dad is a hardcore NBA fan. My dad's a hardcore fan of most of these sports. I am a hardcore fan of combat sports. So MMA, you're gonna see me watching boxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, etc. You're gonna see me watching that and talking about that mostly. I know a lot about the main sports: basketball, football, baseball. I know a lot about the positions and what they do. I watch big games all the time. I wouldn't say all the time, but I would say like a couple times a year. I'm watching each of the games, seeing what's going on, and I follow the news. So this is gonna be a different perspective probably than people typically have. And also, I graduated in psychology, so I'm going to have a different insight on some of these things. I'm Puerto Rican, Panamanian, so it's not like I'm just going to be writing for... I just started at the beginning of the doc, and some of the people on there that are not necessarily ethnic are commenting, talking about how rabid it is and stuff. I'm not like that. I understand what it's like growing up in bad areas. I've grown up in bad areas, so I definitely want to talk about this. I've always heard about Malice at the Palace. Always. So let's get right into it. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Remember, we're getting to that 100 count. Once we get there, we're doing a $10 Amazon gift card. So if you guys want to be included in that, you guys gotta comment on the video that has the most comments. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. So I'm still watching the documentary. I'm watching it right now, and bro, wow, Jackson just clocked that white boy. Like, I'm sorry, but Steve Jackson just smacked the piss out of his face. Like, the angle that you see him get hit at, that kid didn't expect. He looked way smaller too. That kid wasn't expecting that. That kid got shattered by that punch. And like, Ben Wallace's brother just passed away, so like, he's also the one that got fouled. He's not the one that called for Ron Artest to foul him, but he got fouled. So if you get fouled, then that dude's laying on the score table. People are trying to make this argument that like, oh, him laying down is the thing that saved the situation from not getting bigger. Like, I don't think that's really fair, because like, he's a grown man. You don't have to lay on the scoring table. You can lay on the ground. If you want to start acting like that, go lay on the ground. And also, if you lay on the ground, you'll avoid some of that. I understand the part about coming from certain areas, not understanding maybe some of these cues, and not understanding like, you can't do this. But he's going a little hard by doing it like this. Like, there are other ways you could go about it. He's being disrespectful as well. Like, you're winning the game already. I know there's a heated rivalry and all that, but you're being a little much too. So for the people that are just 100% defending him, you can't not defend Ben Wallace here. You have to understand Ben Wallace and why he's upset. If you don't understand why Ben Wallace is upset in the situation, I'm confused, because it's like, with all, okay, he didn't understand his brother just passed, okay, but still, he was just disrespected in that way. So no one in the crowd, all these people don't know the same way Ben Wallace does. They don't know exactly the mind state that he's in. So yeah, people don't necessarily know anything that what you're going through, but it's the other stuff that you do. It's like, yeah, the fan that threw the beer, you should get hit. If you throw the beer and you do something stupid like this, you should get what you get. It is like, these people that are out there playing these games, basketball, football, fighting, whatever it is, they're still people. So it's like, if you think you're gonna do this to somebody on the street and they're just gonna accept it, you have another violent thing coming to you. So when I'm watching this, I understand everyone's perspective, but the media's talking all that crap that they're saying and being like borderline, they're being racist. Period. They're being real racist about the situation. That pisses me off. Not gonna lie, the way they talk about these people, that pisses me off, because that's not right. With all the stuff that went on, you're getting pushed, you lay on the scoring table, and then you have stuff thrown at you. You have beer thrown at you, liquids thrown at you, and while you're already upset and you're supposed to just accept this. You're young too. You're not doing this to 50-year-old men. You're doing this to 20 to 30-year-old men in most cases, 20 to 35 in virtually every case. So like, bro, like you can't disrespect people like this. But the next clip you guys see should be my reaction to the entire thing. So I have 32 minutes left, so I'm a little bit more than halfway. So let's continue this. Peace. Yo, it's not over yet. I only got 2 minutes after that last clip, and that fan that keeps coming up that got punched, that got socked by Jermaine O Neal, he said it's a bitch move for him to do that when they all just got jumped by the fans. Your dumbass is walking on the court trying to fight one of the basketball players. I guarantee you don't know how to fight. I could tell by your stance, the way you start approaching him. You start jumping and hopping. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Hands aren't upright. And then you start walking to this giant that's pissed off, like you're just gonna hit him and what? He can't fuck you up back? Nah. I'm happy you got fucked up. Like, period. You deserved it. There should be a law made that if you're a fan, you go in these kinds of facilities, you start attacking these people, those people are allowed to respond with violence. Period. I don't give a damn if they're professional athletes or they're professional fighters or nothing like that. You as a person walking into that event that paid your money to go, you should understand not to do that shit. I'm so tired of the media trying to spin this on the players or anything like that. Nah, the fans should get fucked up if they do this. Period. Next clip, and that dirty ass cop is lying. That dirty ass cop saying he didn't know that Reggie Miller was on the court. He sees this guy in a suit he didn't know, blah blah blah. I mean, this literally is happening still, so there could be more to this, but that he's lying his fucking face off, and it's kind of making me mad, because like you ran up to Artest and you're getting ready to mace him, and Reggie Miller is literally trying to save him from a police officer just because your dirty ass wants to do this stuff. Ugh. Yo, so I'm gonna do a recap at the end, obviously, but so I'm a little bit into this, and I don't think everybody's gonna understand what's going on here. I also don't think people understand the racial dynamics here. When you hear people in modern day literally say, oh, the players should only stick to playing the game, they shouldn't talk about blah blah blah. Just think about this incident. This was 2004. This alone massively impacts players in every sport that's colored and they have to deal with some kind of racist behavior. This is racism. Don't get it twisted. This is racism. These people thinking that they have the right to be able to pour liquids on these people or throw stuff at them and nothing's going to happen to them. That's privilege, and that is also racism, because you're not going to do that if you think the person might actually mess you up. So you're like, oh, this is a professional athlete, they can't do anything. Oh, the barriers are crossed now though, so now I can actually interact with these people. I think this is wrong. And like, I'm gonna play a little bit here when Steven Jackson's walking out saying we ride together, and his comments about that afterwards, because this absolutely will reign true if you go to any place that is even a little bit impoverished that you would consider a hood or anything like that. This mentality is definitely understood. We ride together, fam.
I remember saying to the camera, we ride together. You know, we're gonna always ride together. And that was my attitude. You know, I was happy that I held my brother down. I was happy that I was able to come to my brother's aid. As you can see that in my face walking in the locker room. I was happy with what we did. I was there for my brother. Yes.
Tell me what your name is.
And you guys that like comment about that might like talk shit about him saying that, you really shouldn't, because what he's saying there is absolutely how it should be. He's happy that he can ride for his family, and the reason why he's saying that is because, like, oftentimes people that come from all of these different cultures, black and Hispanic, they often have to deal with racism like this, especially black people. Black people have to deal with very high ends of racism and just things that are absolutely ridiculous happening, like ridiculous things happening to them that they just have to accept. So When he's saying he's happy you can help them out, it's because when you come from these neighborhoods and you see there's no other way you can help these people besides actually physically being there. You can be there for somebody and you can help them in those minute ways, like, or even financially. Like, you could help someone financially, but that's not necessarily something that you're going to see all the time in the hood, because people aren't rolling around with dough. So, like, I don't think a lot of people understand necessarily what he means there, but what he's saying there is important to anybody that comes from that kind of culture. Anybody that can understand that culture can have a grasp for that as well. Like, it is what it is. So I just saw the Charlie dude that got punched. I said deserved it. Got good justice. Yo, so I just finished Malice in the Palace, or Malice at the Palace, and wow, like the stuff that these guys went through, the players didn't deserve that at all. I mean, Ron Artest, I understand he's meta world peace now and he's changed himself and all that. However, the sins that you've committed prior to that moment, you can't turn that back. You still have done that. So those people that are upset with you, if they're upset with you, I'm pretty sure your therapist told you, I'm pretty sure you understand, like, you gotta understand those people are going to be upset. They deserve to be. At this point, honestly, they deserve to be. With everything that's happened, you can't just that's sad. But and he won a ring. He won a ring, and Jermaine O Neal didn't. And it's funny because a lot of people in my generation, I don't think, know who Jermaine O Neal is. I knew who Jermaine O Neal was because my dad was such a fan of basketball, and a lot of people in my family were. So it's crazy to see this and to see how this happened, and just how this ordeal occurred, and how the media really sharpshooted at these players like they're in the wrong. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right. If they were wrong, they would have been charged more criminally, and they weren't. They just weren't. They were defending themselves in each of the situations, especially with that Charlie guy talking about being a loyal fan. Good, I'm happy you got socked. You deserved it. But if you guys like this, first I want to say I do like this doc. This doc was a great doc. It keeps your attention. It's really easy to watch. So if you are looking for a good doc and you haven't seen this one yet, highly recommend it. So this is Malice at the Palace Untold on Netflix. My reactions, thoughts, and analysis of it. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later.